everyone, welcome to Alternative Manchester Pride Festival.
Hi, I'm Kevin, I'm from the Village Bakers, and this is Laura, who's also from the Village Bakers. And we're going to show you some fantastic summer baking recipes for you to help you celebrate Pride. Okay, so our first recipe we're going to make is a fantastic showstopper summer fruit pavlova. And for this we need some eggs, we need corn flour, we need sugar, and then some fruit.
Yeah, so you're going to need some double cream and then a selection of summer fruits. So we've gone for some raspberries, strawberries and then blackberries.
So let's get started.
Lovely.
So we take our 6 eggs and we want to separate these. So all we want with the eggs is the white of it. So to do that we crack the shell and then we can pass it from one side to the other in order to get our yolk.
People always make it look so easy. I tend to do this into a separate bowl so that I can then put the whites into the main mixing bowl just in case I have a bit of a boo-boo, drop any shell in there or drop any yolk in there. It's only gone into a small one rather than trying to fish it out of the main mixing bowl.
See, that would be a fantastic idea. For this I'm risking it and I'm hoping it goes well.
You're a braver person than me, Kev. I would be separate bowling this every single egg.
Wow. I like to live life on the edge, Laura, clearly.
So what we need to do now, Kev, is whisk these up.
Excellent.
It needs to be on a low speed to start us off.
So how much sugar is it we need, Laura?
It is 250 grams of white caster sugar.
Okay. So we've just started to get this to a foamy consistency. So if we increase the speed up and we want to get to stiff peak, is it?
It's a stiff peak that we're going to need here. Okay,
let's go high speed. Okay, so let's just have a look at this now. So I think we're nearly there. So the way to check is just that you want to be able to see on there that peak of meringue, of white there. So that's just there. So let's get this back on. So the next bit we do is add the sugar really, really slowly.
Yeah.
And it's really important that we add it slowly, and that's 250 grams of sugar, but really slowly in there. And that means that it's going to really incorporate into the meringue mixture. So now we've got that really glossy mixture with all the sugar incorporated into it. We add the corn flour.
2 teaspoons of that.
Okay.
And then it's 1 teaspoon of the white wine vinegar.
Okay. Let's just add this in. There we go. And then just mix that in.
Yeah.
And by adding the corn flour and the white wine vinegar means that we get that nice, soft, chewy texture in the middle of the meringue.
Fantastic.
So rather than those horrible, chalky, shop-bought meringues.
Yes, nobody likes those.
So there we've got our mixture. And now's the time when we just have to get it onto our baking tray so it's ready to go into the oven. So here we go. So we're making 2 layers of meringue, Laura.
Lovely.
Okay. So we want to get it onto our baking tray. And what's great with meringue is that you can just be as rustic and freestyle as you want to.
Fantastic.
Because the more rustic it is, the better it looks.
This seems far easier.
This is nice and easy, and it's just layers of meringue which we're creating here. And then what we want to do is just spread it out like that, so that we're almost creating a sheet and a hole a slight dip in the middle of our meringue.
That's so that we can fill that later on.
Exactly, so that's where all the good stuff's going to go, of the cream and the summer fruits, and make it into an amazing dessert. So now these have all been spread out onto the trays, we need to get them into the oven. Your oven should be set at 140°C, and we need to bake these for 10 minutes. And they then sit in that oven at low temperature, the lowest temperature it can, for overnight. Okay, so let's get them in the oven.
Absolutely.
So we have a competition for you today, thanks to the Alternative Manchester Pride Festival sponsor Co-op Food, and that's a chance to...
You can win one of these fabulous aprons that Kevin and I are modelling at the moment, and there's also opportunity to win either a 20, 40 or an £80 Co-op voucher. To enter, all you need to do is post photos of your bakes online with the hashtag Manchester Pride 2020.
So whilst that's in the oven, let's get on and start whipping up our cream. So we've got here 250 mils of double cream. So that goes into our bowl. Thanks, Laura.
Welcome.
Let's get that out. Excellent. And then we want a small amount of vanilla extract or vanilla bean paste.
Fantastic.
So just squeeze a small bit in, just to add a little bit of flavour to that.
So it's only for flavour, it doesn't matter which of the two you've got?
Really doesn't. You can use extract, flavouring, whatever you've got to hand, or just leave it out if you're not fussed.
Okay.
Okay. And then we're just going to go in with our hand whisk and just start whisking this up until we get a nice whipped cream consistency. So there you can see our cream has just come together and is nice and whipped and thick.
Fantastic. If you've not got a hand whisk or a KitchenAid or anything like that, then a good old-fashioned hand whisk will do. It's going to take you a little bit longer to get through that.
Great. So here's some of the meringues which we prepared earlier. So we can start building and constructing our meringue now. Okay, so now we're going to fill our meringue cases with our cream mixture. So we want about half of it.
Yeah,
For
fantastic.
the bottom and about half of the top.
Lovely.
So let's get that in. And then just want to spread that out. So there's a bit of cream in as much as possible. It doesn't matter if it breaks or our meringue crumbles a bit, that's absolutely fine. Don't need to worry too much.
So now I guess the fruit goes on top.
Yep, exactly. So let's grab some of our strawberries. You just want to scatter them in.
Fantastic. Again, we don't need to be bothering with the concentric circles or making sure that we've, created someone's face on there. We can just...
If you chuck the raspberries on, get some blackberries in there as well.
So it's around about 250 grams of each of the different fruits that we're adding. So we made 2 layers.
Yep.
Guessing we keep building.
Keep building. So our next layer goes on top. So really, really careful with that. So we sit that on top, like that. And then the cream layer goes in. So we just repeat the process again. Go. So then more fruit, Laura.
Fantastic.
So then, Laura, we just need to finish it on top with a little bit of white chocolate just to make it look amazing.
Lovely.
So we've got some white chocolate shavings here, and we've just finished that on top. So there you have it. This is our summer fruit pavlova showstopper for the Alternative Manchester Pride Festival. And don't forget,
again, it's being sponsored by the Co-op, and you've got an opportunity to win aprons, vouchers for the Co-op. All you need to do is photo your bakes, put them on social media with the hashtag Manchester Pride 2020.
so get baking along.